Hello everybody, this is the pause menu with another video review from my iPhone. This is Steve. He's having well, he looks how I feel right now. I'm having a really bad day. Just one of those days where you just hate everybody and everything. So I can't update the website because I can't hold a single thought in my head. And I can't concentrate on any news, so I'm going to try and do a review of two movies that I've done. One video will be one, and I'll post another one later. Anyway, the first movie I watched was Grave Encounters. Grave Encounters is a horror film that takes the same precedence as Paranormal Activity and most of the Ghost Hunter shows. The plot is that a ghost hunter team that sort of doesn't really believe in some of the stuff that they see or attempt to see. I thought I heard something. Anyway, they go to this old asylum and they lock in for an entire night, and as most ghost hunters usually do, they set up a bunch of cameras and they try and figure out or see any evidence of the proof of the afterlife. Well, what happens is the ghosts take advantage of them being locked in, and they toy with them. The movie, it follows the same pattern as a lot of similar movies, but it does it a little bit better. It actually does work out just like you're watching like International Ghost Hunters or one of the other shows, I can't remember. But I like the International Ghost Hunters because I've met Scott Tepperman. It's been cool to talk to him and work with him to see what he does, and it's really neat. He's in the movie The Hospital, which I was casted in a little itty-bitty little part. And if you've watched a lot of my videos or you frequent my website, then you know of that movie or its process. But Grave Encounters works. There's a second one, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really put an opinion on the combination of movies or what happens in the second one. But Grave Encounters is a little annoying because the characters don't really do anything. You have the normal leader guy, you have the girl that shows the weakness, that cries all the time. Then you have the guy who freaks out a bunch and tries to rationalize everything. But the movie, I can't really say it's extremely entertaining, but it is fulfilling because you do get satisfied at the end. It's not one of these scary movies that leave you wanting more. It doesn't fizz out. But the movie did work. It did it for you. Like it's satisfactory in the end, and there's not really anything special about this movie. It's a solid, straightforward movie that had a point and a plot, and it did it. There are jump scares. There's negative time in the film that makes you think, and it's a very clever idea of how some of the things happen. Like the coolest idea that I thought that doesn't really happen in some of these scary movies is that the ghost can actually change and manipulate the area around the people. What I mean by that is they're trying to get to the roof, and they're on I think it's a 5-story hospital, or 5-floor hospital, whatever. And they're like, hey, there's a roof, there's a fire escape, let's go. Easy, we've been here for 16 hours, let's go. Well, they go up the stairs, and the wall is blocked off. The stairs go right into a wall. And they're looking at everything, and they're like, this shouldn't happen. This is wrong. And then the ghosts, or whatever, the poltergeists, or however you want to describe the entities, they start changing all of the little things, like the exit signs above a door that should be the door that leads outside, but it leads to another part of the hospital, or the asylum. There's a "You Are Here" placard with a map inside of it that says you're here, but it's completely wrong. It changes where it is. It's funny to watch things happen. It's a very neat idea. for a good solid movie that's entertaining and does its job of scaring you just a little bit, if not a lot, if you're not used to seeing a lot of scary movies, I give it a 3. But for the interesting idea and how they do it, and how they film it, and some of the simple things, the nuance, the very, what's it called? Simple things that it does in the movie that you'll see. I mean, it's not really all graphics and blood and gore. That's not the point. It's the little things that you have to pay attention to when a still static camera is pointing in one direction the whole movie, and your job as a viewer is supposed to find out what is supposed to be scaring you. I like those types of movies. That's why I like Paranormal Activity so much, is because you have these static cams, and you have to actively search. These movies make you work for the effort and the reward of the movies of scaring you. So it's making you scare yourself, which I love. It's an awesome idea. It's amazing that filmmakers can do that. To reach out and pull you into the movie and say, this is the movie, you pay attention. Figure out what's going on. We're not going to tell you everything that's going on or show you everything. You have to find it. It's just a great thing, a great way of making a movie. But for that, effort in the editing process and the effects, I give it a 4 out of 5. It's not a perfect movie, but it's a solid movie in your collection. And Grave Encounters is a very good horror movie. And I haven't watched the second one, so I don't know. But the next video I'm going to be posting is my review of the first Hellraiser. And I've never seen the first Hellraiser, so you might like the review.